6-6 teams. Log jammed. 20th and 10. There are the Bengals, the Broncos, the Falcons, the Seahawks, the Rams, the Packers, the Vikings, the Bills. We already mentioned the Packers. The Falcons look like the best team in the. Well, let's. What do you think happens with the Falcons? Wild card, division winner?
No, they win the division.
I think so too.
Yeah,
they're the best team in the division,
and they're not good.
No,
they're going to win the division.
No. I thought. I mean, their schedule is cake.
The rest of the way. Cake,
I mean, their schedule the whole year is cake. The only 2 hard games they had were they have the Buccaneers at the Panthers, the Colts at the Bears, at the Saints.
Read it to me again.
Buccaneers at home,
right?
At the Panthers, Colts at home, at the Bears, at the Saints.
Yeah, that's not hard.
Like if they win
3, they're in.
3 of those games, yeah. 3 of those games, a 99% chance to host the wild card game and win the division. So,
and by the way, if you're the NFC and you're a wild card team, you'd much rather be the 5 than you'd rather be the 5. You don't want to.
You don't want to be the 6.
No, but your 5 is awesome. You can go play.
Oh, you'd rather be the 5 than like the 2, or the 5 than the 3.
Maybe.
Yeah, because you're going on the road and playing the NFC South.
Right.
Yeah.
If you're the 2, you play 7.
No. 2 and so it changes now because it's 2 gets 6.
No, 2.
Or 2 gets 7.
7.
6 gets 3.
4, 5.
Yeah. You want to be the 5 seed.
Yeah.
Big time. Like big time.
5 better than 3?
Yes.
Okay, if you're the 3 seed, let's see right now how it would be. You'd be the 3 seed. If you're right now, it would be either Detroit or San Francisco, right?
So right now, the 3rd seed in the NFC is Detroit. So Detroit would go to Minnesota.
No, they would be home. Minnesota.
Or they would host Minnesota. Yeah, excuse me. Host Minnesota. Dallas would go to Atlanta.
And Green Bay
would be at San Francisco.
They would get whacked in that game, I think.
Yes, Kyle Shanahan destroys old.
But it would actually end up probably be Green Bay at
Philly.
Right.
But I'm just saying, as of right now, it'd be Green Bay at San Francisco. So what you would then potentially have is I think Dallas probably wins it. The problem would be the reason you don't want to be the 5 in this scenario, though, is if
the next week.
Well, but if 6 and 7 lose, you're going to play either Philly or San Francisco on the road. Whoever had the bye.
Right, and you're also automatically on the road the next week.
Yeah, exactly. You'd rather be 3 and have a chance to be hosting if the 6 seed.
Well, you're not automatically on the road because if let's say 5, 6, and 7 won, 7 would go play 1, 6 would. Right, 6. How would that work out? That would be 1 would play 7, and 6 would play 5 at 5. You could be home. Right? If 5, 6, and 7 all won,
5 would be at home.
Right.
Because you would, yeah. 5 would host 6, and 7 would go to 1.
Go to 1. Right.
But the problem is you're talking about like Green Bay beating San Francisco or beating Philly on the road, which is unlikely, but not impossible.
No.
Yeah.
I doubt they would beat the 49ers, but they could beat the Eagles. The Eagles can't stop it. The Eagles got defensive problems, by the way.
Sure. I still think you'd rather be the 3, but if you're the 5, you were on the road and getting a
you still got to be at home.
Yeah, for sure. You'd rather be at home with a playoff game. But I mean, if the 5 seed is a good look to go on the road and beat a bad team, whoever comes out of that division.
Of all the playoff scenario spots all the spots in both leagues, both conferences, you'd rather be the 5 in the NFC than the 5, 6, 7 in either conference. The
5 in the NFC is going to be the biggest favorite in the first weekend of the playoffs, probably. Even on the road. Unless it's like Philly hosting Minnesota or something.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's the case.
Okay. I mean, the Cowboys at Atlanta, Cowboys are going to be -7 or -8.
Well, the Cowboys are going to beat the Eagles this week. Yeah.
The Eagles might be the 5 seed.
The Eagles might be the team you want to play. You think I'm crazy. Their defense can't cover anybody. And I know they got Leonard. He changes his name every Wednesday.
Shaq Leonard, yeah.
Yeah. They got Leonard, and he's a decent coverage linebacker because their linebackers were terrible the other day. Terrible.
The linebackers have always been bad.
And Slay has not played very well, and they miss Avonte Maddox in the worst way. They can't cover anybody.
How about the Rams? 6-6, 48% chance to make the playoffs. They a wild card team or no?
No, I think Green Bay is going to be the wild card team, but I love what he's done though. I mean,
McVay.
watch out for that team in the coming years. Their young defensive players are growing up and getting better by the week. Here's the other thing: the offensive line. You looked at it before the season, you go, "Oh, I don't know about this group." Avila's played well at left guard. Lark Jackson's played well at left tackle. You know, the right side's been good. You know, and the center's played well. The line has played well, and that's I think one of the surprising parts of it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I still think so. The Rams are at 47% to make the playoffs.
Seattle's in trouble.
Seattle's in big trouble. Seattle's at 24% to make the playoffs right now.
Well, they have San Francisco this week on the road, and then the Eagles at home.
So the predicted playoff teams in the NFC, it's basically Eagles, Cowboys obviously getting in. Lions are going to get in. Packers look like a pretty good bet to get in. One of those NFC South teams is going to win the division. That's going to be it, not the Panthers, obviously. And then it basically comes down to Vikings,
Seahawks,
Rams, and Seahawks. And the Rams have the highest percentage chance.
And Packers.
Well, I was already putting the Packers in as the 6th seed.
Oh, yeah.
They're at
So
like 70%.
Rams, Seahawks, and Vikings playing for the last spot.
Yeah. Vikings or Packers? You got the Vikings at 12 right now. That's just, I mean, do you think the Vikings are better than the Packers?
Well, they beat them.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only reason why, right?
Yeah. I mean, and it would be a good game if they played right now. They're pretty good on defense. They throw a lot of looks at people.
That game that's a Week 17 game. That game matters a lot for the playoffs.
Yep.
Looks like it's like a 30+% swing in terms of who's going to get in. So you could easily, I think the Rams and the Packers would be my picks right now.
I mean, what's the Rams schedule? Read it to me.
The Rams have at the Ravens this week. Huge dogs. Drops them. I mean, if they won that game, they would be in real good shape. Let's assume they lose. Commanders at home. Saints at home. At the Giants.
And
at the 49ers.
That's a loss. So they'll lose 2.
But
the 49ers might not need the game.
You need the 49ers to have the number 1 seed clinched.
Right. If they do, and they go 4-1, they're in.
Correct. If they go 3-1 over the next 4 games, they're at 72% to make the playoffs. Lose at 65, win it's like 98%. So yeah, they need and who knows if the 49ers will help them out though. Kyle Shanahan might not be eager to let a division rival into the playoffs.
Right.
But if he's the 1 seed.
But still, if you're smart, you're the 1 seed, you rest your guys.
Exactly. Okay. Next up. We mentioned the Packers. Talk the Vikings. Talk the Bills. Teams at the bottom of your power. Would you think the Bills make the playoffs?
I do.
You do?
I think they have a chance to win this week, but also their schedule, they might be playing a Miami team at the end of the year that doesn't need a game. They might be the same scenario.
You have to go 1-1 in the next 2 weeks.
They could beat Dallas at home.
Yeah.
And then they have 2 softies before Miami, right?
At the Chargers and the Patriots. I mean, they could rip off. They could close. I mean, that's the thing is they could close 5-0.
Nobody will want to play them,
and nobody will want to play them because they would be the 5 seed or the 6 seed maybe.
Nobody will want to play them.
Nobody would want to play a Bills team that wins 5 games in a row. And coming off the bye, I think we could see an inspired effort from them against the Chiefs.
Yeah, that's going to end up being a fun game.
Yeah. Oh yeah, great game. You'll be there.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.